Congratulations to the Kenyan people. You guys have been able to do what some people cannot do or are not able to do. I hope that one day people will watch and take the good side of, of what this protest represents, which is demanding for what you want your government to do. It's like there is an uprising brewing in Africa, from the east and now to the west. Which country is next? So first, it began in Kenya, and then it has now moved to our not too distant neighbors. I'm talking about the Republic of Togo. So recent events in both countries involve protest and uprising, though stemming from two different contexts, but all has roots in politics and how they want their countries to be governed. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to focus on Kenya because in recent times, Kenya has experienced different protests and a crackdown on demonstrators, with some activists and protesters reportedly abducted and killed. So this recent protest, which actually began last year, has been sparked by various factors, including the controversial tax bill and other unresolved economic issues. Now, these protests have led to clashes with security forces, resulting in injuries and fatalities. Now, for context, Kenya's Finance Bill 2024, which proposed significant tax increase on various goods and services, sparked widespread protest and controversy. Now, this bill aimed to raise revenue to address national debt and fund development projects, but faced strong public opposition due to the already high cost of living. Now, key points here and contention includes increased taxes on items like edibles, fuel price, internet data, and mobile money transfers, as well as eco levy on environmentally harmful products. Now, some of this increase is up to 25% for people who are already grappling with high cost of living. Now, the protest in 2024 turned deadly, ultimately led to President William Ruto's withdrawal of the bill. Now, just a few days ago, when they are, more or less commemorating 1 year of that protest and also paying, their respect to their fallen heroes, that I'm talking about those who died last year, during the protest, now led to another protest again. Now, don't forget, the protesters also are still protesting high cost of living, but also tied this protest to the murder of 31-year-old blogger named Albert Ojwang, who died in Kenya's police custody last month. I'm talking about the month of June. Now, Albert Ojwang's death has sparked outrage in Kenya, with protests held to demand for justice for Mr. Ojwang. Now, Mr. Ojwang was arrested after Kenya's Deputy Police Chief, Eliud Lagat, filed a complaint accusing the blogger of defaming him on social media. That was where it all started. Well, as we speak, Mr. Lagat has stepped aside pending the outcome of the investigation into Ojwang's death, which he has denied of any wrongdoing. Now, police initially said that Mr. Ojwang died of self-inflicted injuries. Can you imagine that? But they were forced to retract their statement after an autopsy was carried out, where it was later found out that he was likely to have died from assault wounds. Well, make no mistakes, this is also a protest in continuation of their call, last year centered around economic reform and how they want things to get better. Now, talk about how William Ruto, you know, took over from Uhuru Kenyatta as the most preferred candidate. Now, moving from being very liked to the most hated leader in Kenya, economic hardship, and then introducing a bill that somehow tries to use the people to service a loan that previous government have taken. Because if you listen well, this bill is aimed at servicing their debt and funding some developmental projects. You see, what governments in Africa need to understand is that you can't tax your way out of debts or economic woes. Cause economic woes caused by reckless and senseless spendings. You will only continue to borrow and borrow to service the loans. You will pay off the loan, you will borrow again, you will go and collect loan again. All the loans you'll be given to, you'll just be borrowing and putting the people in debt. There is so much in Africa, both human and natural resources, that are untapped. You guys, these leaders in Africa, you are not thinking. If you're thinking, you will know that there is so much you need to harness. You can't use the people, you can't tax the people to develop the country. It's the people that are bearing the brunt of this economic woes that you want to task and then use them to pay for your debts. The people who are obviously suffering from your poor, failed, and miscalculated policies. And then when they complain, you use the security forces against them. Well, I can see that the people of Kenya are resolute. They are hell-bent on getting things right. And I commend them for what they are doing. Like every other Africans should really emulate what the Kenyan youth are doing. You see, the case of Kenya is a wake-up call, really. I just hope Nigerian leaders are watching because the Nigerian people have been patient. Oh, yes, Nigerians have been patient. One day, just one day, that adage that when you push the goat to the wall, it will be forced to bite will apply. You see, the NSAS protest, it may not have ended the way we wanted it, but it's a startup for something. It has ignited something. You can't continue to play on the people. You can't continue to jeopardize the future of the people. People who voted you in, and then you get in there and you just want to do what you like. So, like I said, congratulations to the Kenyan people. You guys have been able to do what some people cannot do or are not able to do. I hope that one day people will watch and take the good side of of what this protest represents, which is demanding for what you want your government to do. I mean, if for nothing, your protest actually led to that bill being dropped last year by William Ruto. So it accounted for something. So if our leaders want us to always fight, always, go violent, always go, just like you have to fight and disrupt things before they get things done, it's just really sad. I just hope that the government will one day sit down and, discuss with the people and actually listen to their plight and do what the people want. But until then, a luta continua. So Kenyan people, congratulations. We are with you people. From this side, we can only just, lend our voice from here and hopefully one day, things will get better and the continent of Africa will be better for it. So yeah, we'll continue to do what we can from over here just to show our solidarity and support for the people of Kenya. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.